When you buy a Land Rover Defender, things aren't always quite what they seem. In this video, I'm going to be taking you around this Defender 90. This is a Defender 90 I've bought for my wife. It's going to be an amazing project here on the channel. And in this video, I'm going to show you some of the good things, some of the bad things that I've found on this 90. One of the things that drew me to this vehicle was the fact that it was previously council owned. I bought this from Canterbury City Council, so I'm only the second owner in its 21-year history. It's a 2003 TD5 with 116,000 miles. Now the excitement of getting it delivered has died down a little. I've started to take a better look around it, and there are some things that I'm just not sure if I'm ready to tackle. In this video, we're going to be taking a look around them. First one you might be able to see from there, look how much it's sagging on this side. So the suspension has all gone on this side, and that all needs doing and replacing. And the bodywork in general, I knew there was some damage to the bodywork, but there is a fair bit of damage in quite a few places that are definitely going to need some attention. I think bodywork aside, suspension aside, all those things I knew I was going to be sorting out. One of the things I sort of took a bit of a gamble on was the chassis. And maybe I should have known better, because this vehicle, as part of its role with the foreshore department, means that it was patrolling coastlines and patrolling the beach. And so it was always going to be one that is probably seen a lot of salt, and as a result, probably going to be pretty rotten. You can see here in the paintwork, you can see where you've had that kind of salt damage, and also in other areas as well. I've not seen this on Defenders before that I've had, because you can see that it just has seen quite a lot of weather in general. If I take you around the back, I'll show you the bit that bothers me the most, because when I got this delivered, I thought, oh, it's just surface rust on the cross member. That might actually be all right. Maybe I could just keep the rear cross member as it is, and as a result, keep the whole chassis as it is. It was all one piece, it was fine. I took a hammer and a screwdriver to it, and people always say, take a screwdriver to view a Defender, take a hammer, see if you can poke it through anywhere. Never really understood that until I did this. So, as you can see, I took that, banged that with a hammer quite softly, and a screwdriver, and it's gone all the way through there on the cross member, and again on the other side where the chassis joins just there, again it's gone through too. So this has completely rotted out, and the problem is if it's this rotten here, this means that it's probably going to be rotten inside, and it's going to probably need a new chassis. I don't think it's worth putting a new cross member on it. I'd be interested to hear what you guys think, but I'm probably going to end up putting a new galvanized chassis on this, much like I did my Defender 110, because if it looks like this here, what's the point in getting all this sorted and then leaving the whole thing rotten underneath? Do I put a new cross member on it? Is it better to put a new chassis on it? What's your thoughts? What's your experience? Let me know in the comments below. So, tour of the underside of this vehicle. Let's start on the front so you can see what's going on under here. So here's what we're dealing with at the front. Now, on the very recent MOT it did say shocks and springs gone, which I agree with. And you can see how that vehicle's leaning to the side. If we zoom out, look how it's sat on that side. You can see that. The chassis itself, it actually is quite rotten at the front. You can see it's kind of corroded, not just surface. Axles, steering rods, everything like that around there. It's just general, a lot of corrosion throughout this vehicle, which I guess you would expect. Let me show you under this side here. So looking through here, turrets, pretty crusty. And then across there, some bits are surprisingly okay on this, and then some bits are really, really rotten. If you look under here, along the chassis. Now this has actually had, well, the guy told me that I bought it from, he said it's had, you know, an underseal treatment of some sort. And I did sort of probe him, and he was obviously the guy that worked for the council. I said, when, you know, how often has that been done? He's basically like, oh, it was done when the vehicle was new in 2003. So I think it's had one wax oil treatment in its life. And obviously with the work that it's done, that's not really going to be enough. You can see the rear cross member from here, where it's just delaminated, and it's to be fair, it's not just that, it's falling apart, as you can see. So it definitely needs a rear cross member doing. And as I mentioned in the previous video, I did buy this Defender with a chassis in mind. So it was quite a bit less than £10,000, which I'm really pleased of. So it means it gives me budget and scope to be able to do a chassis on this. But as I also said, I'd like to do a lot more of that myself this time. I think I'm going to give it a go on this 90. And there's so much wrong with it now. I feel like how much more wrong can it go if I at least try and do some of that hard mechanical work myself. This is what under the bonnet looks like. Pretty standard looking. It's obviously a TD5. This is a 2003 TD5. My other one, the pickup, is a 2004 TD5, very similar in general though. It's also got the speaker here, which I'll show you inside how that works. I'm going to leave that on. I think I like that as a kind of feature that this vehicle's always had as part of its life. But yeah, there's not much to see in here, to be quite honest with you. It's obviously quite corroded on any metal bits that I've got, so I feel with this one there's going to be a lot more discovered as we get down into it. The good thing with this though is mechanically it's been serviced, and also it's even had a new clutch at the cost of about £1,600 5 years ago. But I think it was probably when the vehicle done over 100,000 miles, and this has now done 116,000 miles. And the clutch feels very good on this one. Compared to my 110, this drives actually quite a lot better. So that is the underside. I'll just show you some of the paintwork on here. So you can see also just generally, it's a little bit rotten. Panel wise, that rear panel's actually quite straight. Some dints in there. I mean, wing arms and stuff, all this will be swapped, so I'm not too bothered about that. Quite a lot of checker plate on it, the front, but also the sills, which are probably hiding even more rot. But you know, it's what I expected with this. So I bought this with the knowing that it's going to be quite rotten. On the roof, it had a few cool features. We'll start up there. It had a little light in there, which I've taken out so I can drive it around really without it pinging around. And then it's got an orange light too, had an aerial at the back as well. So we've got the engine, the maintenance, in fact, it's had a new clutch. They're all great things. This is the next good thing about it. The insides are very, very nice. It's very, very clean in here. Look at the seats. The seats are absolutely incredible. For a car that is this old, for 21 years old, it's had seat covers on. I've taken them off now. The only one was that one that's ripped, and that was actually the driver's side, and this is where you get in and out of the car. I've just swapped the seat bases around. It's a great thing you can do with Defenders. So I've got a nice new seat base for me to drive on. And I've also got all the original handbooks as well, which is always quite a nice feature. One thing I did find in here was this, which is quite hilarious. Auto Chemical Holdings. It's had an A-glaze paint sealant, and this is the warranty for it. Maybe I should call these guys and say the paint's not looking so good. But on here you can see the date of application, 29th of July 2003, that it had this paint protection on it. And I think when this vehicle was new, obviously the guys at the council did a lot of work to look after it and to put it in the best possible way. But as a result of that, it also means that it's only been done once, and it's had quite a tough life. Got a service portfolio, got most of the service records actually, which is also good. And as I say, because it was a service vehicle, it has actually been maintained quite well. So yeah, so seats are very, very nice in this, but also the dash as well. Everything in here is very clean, it's very tidy, and it's actually a lot straighter in here than my Defender 110. And I haven't cleaned this yet. This is just as it came. It's absolutely mint, to be honest, for a 21-year-old car. Looking in the roof and the back, so the headliner, it's got a massive hole in it, which is always a shame because these headliners are quite expensive to buy, but also a bit of a nightmare. And this is actually quite a clean one, so I would have probably kept this, but I'll try and work out what to do with that. This wire is the spotlight wire that I've taken out, because you also have a little control panel. It's been quite neatly fitted in here of different things. Got that one on there. And then you've also got, you had that wire in the roof then, the headliner, and then also a rear light at the back, which doesn't work at the moment. Classic Land Rover cassette player we've got there. And then you've also got the radio system, which is really, really cool. That you've got a radio you can talk into, and you can speak out the front. But it's also got as well, if we change that to this one, if people are getting in your way on the road, check this out. Anyway, I won't do that too loud, it's quite early in the morning. But you've also got a siren as well, which is very cool. You can see on here, this is the mileage currently, 116,181. Let me show you around the back properly, so you can take a look. Now, the other thing as well, one other good thing I can probably say is the matting in here. So it's got new mats in the front, and this is also quite new as well. So obviously we're quite keen on putting the Land Rover matting in them, which is good. Protects underneath. Hopefully it's not too bad underneath the bottom of this tub. But yeah, this is the bit that's kind of corroded. Just the usual sort of damage. Nothing in here massively shocks me. I think that was a bit shocking when I hammered it and it just fell apart, because I've never really seen that before. But nothing shocks me too much, because I bought this vehicle, as I say, without even seeing it. So for me, anything that looks decent-ish is a good thing. So that is where we are with the new Defender. In the next video, I'm going to be starting to strip it down and get it down to its bare chassis and really take a look at what's going on underneath all that bodywork. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, click the button just down here, and you can watch the rest of the build. Thanks for watching, and see you guys very soon. Defender.